Welcome to episode 1 of Model Airport Reviews, where I will be reviewing some of your model airports. Let's begin with the first model airport. The first airport I will be reviewing today is Sky-Dyad World Connection International Airport located in Newton County in Alaska. This daring aircraft airport uses materials that you could find around your house, which I think is really cool. Right now what I see is it consists of a terminal, a bunch of runways, a military base, and maybe a cargo base with a hangar. Something I see here that's good about his airport is how he used Lego jet bridges, which is a very cost-friendly way. Something I noticed on top of his terminal is how he used a water faucet for his ATC tower and the space shuttle on top of his terminal for decoration. Some things you could add to your model airport are being a little bit neater with your taxi lines, possibly investing in some modeling grass, which can help your model airport stand out so much better, and maybe investing in some paper ground crew services on littlemodelairport.com, which are a very cost-friendly way for ground crew services. Overall, I think you have a pretty good airport, and if you use these tips, I think your airport has full potential. Anyway, let's go on to the next airport. The next airport I'll be reviewing in today's episode is KDSR, located at Simple Model Airport. This model airport is a daring aircraft airport, and I think he did a great job building his airport out of tape. He made the runway markings, the gates, and even a road where cars can drive on out of tape. Some things I like about his airport is how he has added this Qatar 777 and the Qatar 2022 World Cup livery. He has also used the British Airways Darren playset for ground crew services, which I also think is pretty cool. Something that he wanted me to point out is how he has a Royal Air Morocco aircraft in the background here. Some things I would add to your model airport are adding some more runway markings, like the touchdown zone. Also, like the last airport, adding some modeling grass, although I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. And also, like the last airport, adding some cost-friendly ground crew services that you can find on littlemodelairport.com. Overall, I think you have a pretty good airport in my opinion. Let's move on to the third airport in this episode. The third airport I'll be reviewing in today's episode is Aviation Boy 1 International Airport located in England, partially inspired by London Stansted. This daring airport is not completed yet, but there's still some things I want to point out. I really like how this airport has good straight taxi lines that are very clean and outlined. Really like the gate area where he's added the concrete tiles and a road that really make this airport look good and stand out. Same thing goes for the modeling grass. Clean, green, and makes this airport stand out very well. Something I also noticed is how he had the space shuttle carrier, which of course is not in service anymore. I would definitely recommend gluing this piece of paper down because it would just make your airport look so much more realistic. You can also tape it, of course. Some things you can add to your model airport is some ground crew services, which of course you can find on littlemodelairport.com, and I'll also link their website in the description below. The last optional thing I think you could add are maybe some poppy lights, which decide how high or low the aircraft is coming in for landing. Also, you can add some grass tufts for the modeling grass, which will make your airport look so much better, and possibly a windsock as well. Overall, I think your airport looks good even though it's not fully completed. Let's move on to the next airport. The fourth airport I will be reviewing today is Quick Plains International Airport located in the UAE. This airport is 1 to 300 to 1 to 400 scale, he says. Something I like about his airport is the variety of his aircraft, showing that this airport is based in the Middle East. I really like this photo of this Antonov AN225 loading up with cargo. One tip I'll give you is to use a yellow paint pen for the taxi lines, which will make your airport lines look more straight and clean. Same goes for the runway markings. You can use a white paint pen for the markings as well. Another tip I'll give you is to make sure you're gluing down your modeling grass well, because I can see it's being rolled up here, and maybe try and add a little bit more ground crew services. But overall, I think you have a great airport. Fifth airport I'll be reviewing today is Sunset City International Airport, located in the upper Midwest in the United States. This 1/400 scale airport is actually based off his gecko's name, Sunset. First thing I saw about his airport is that the runway markings look really good and that his taxi lines are very straight and outlined very well. A couple things I see from this image is how you've started to add modeling grass, and I also see another terminal that hasn't even been connected to yet, so I can see that this airport is very big and it has full potential. Some things I think you can continue on and add to your model airport are continuing to add that modeling grass, because I can think that that is going to change your model airport a lot. And possibly also adding some concrete tiles that will make your airport much more realistic. I think continuing to add some details to the terminal will help your airport stand out so much better and make it much more realistic. But anyway, right now you have a very good airport, even though it's still under construction. The next airport I'll be reviewing is LAX Airport, located in America. This is a 1/400 scale airport, and it can hold up to 2 planes, is what he says. What his airport includes is a taxiway, 2 modeling grass areas, and a runway, even though I do think this is a airport mat. Because this is an airport mat, I don't really have many things to say. I would add your own modeling grass instead of the grass on the mat itself. You can also maybe add an ILS box and some taxi signs as well. But like I said, not much to say about this airport, but still good in my opinion. The next airport I'll be reviewing today is Atlantic Coast Airport, located in an island in the Atlantic Ocean. This airport is one of the only airports that's actually been fully completed, and I think it looks very good, well detailed. There's so many things that come into mind with this image. The amount of ground crew services, the lights, the palm trees, and even the ILS box. This photo is just amazing. At night, his airport lights up, and I think that is very cool. I also see that his terminal is made out of Legos, which is a very cost-friendly way. And I love these Herpa, I think, jet bridges. This photo is also amazing. I don't even know how he took this photo of this ANA A380. I also love the taxi markings, even the blast fences in the background as well. This airport is really good. There's not much to say about this airport. He's added plenty of modeling grass, plenty of ground crew services, and this is definitely one of the best airports I've seen this entire episode. And just to add on a couple more things, he had added so much detail, like these grids that are sitting below on the concrete for the light poles, and also the precise taxi lines and how straight and how cleanly outlined they are. This is definitely one of the best airports I have seen this entire episode, and I think your airport looks amazing. The next airport I'll be reviewing is Kerio International Airport, located really nowhere. And all I really know is he sent in one photo and he says it's big. So let's take a closer look at this one photo. The runway markings do look good, and I like the amount of them. I would recommend trying to straighten them up, as I can see that these are not very straight. I would also recommend trying to replace the green crayon with modeling grass, but overall I still think the green crayon looks good as well. Overall, not much to say because you have sent in one photo, but I think your airport looks good either way. The next airport I'll be reviewing is, well, his own airport. And I don't really understand this part, but if you own this airport, I don't really understand the part where you said it's on the terminals. But comment down below what that means. Anyway, I think this airport looks really good. I can kind of see how this airport is probably printed, but he's also added on his own details like these tire marks, which I think is really cool. Now, I can't really tell, but I think he's used his terminal out of books, which I also think is a very cost-friendly way and looks really good. His runway markings are one of the best, looking straight, clean, and organized, and this is very good. I like the concrete tiles as well, which makes his airport stand out very well. Some tips I'll give you is replacing that printed version of the modeling grass with real modeling grass, and also using real modeling grass to fill up that empty wood space. You can also add some ground crew services as well, but overall I think your airport looks really good. The next airport I'll be reviewing, I hope I pronounced it correct, is Downski International Airport, located in Michigan, and I can kind of maybe understand that because of the hockey in the background. This airport is very big, and I also think it looks very good, well detailed. The runway markings look good and straight, but you can use a white Posca pen instead. The terminal is also very well detailed. I don't really know how you build this. I don't know if it's Gemini jets or not, but it really well fits the Darren theme, and I really like it. I really like the way he built this paper hanger, it looks like, and his taxiways also look very good, but you can make sure to outline them with a black ink pen. I really like the color changing from the apron and the taxiway, and also how he used the color changing concrete tiles. The modeling grass looks perfect, and the taxi signs as well look really good. Overall, your airport is very good, well detailed, and I really like this airport. The second to last airport I'll be reviewing is Snow Peak Airport, which is a work-in-progress airport located in Colorado, USA. This airport is also made by the same person who had made Atlantic Coast Airport earlier in this episode. The first thing that came into mind is, of course, how much snow he has added to his airport and the amount of detail that this airport has as well, which is really cool, and it really makes his airport stand out among the rest. Some things that are really cool about his airport is how he's added this food court area over on this part of his airport, and also how he's added a full detailed road, which is very detailed and nice. I love this image of this Delta A319 on the runway and with the sunlight through the window, which gives it a very realistic touch. The only terminal being in service right now is this regional terminal, which is very detailed and clean. He hasn't added snow yet, but even though I still think it looks very good, well detailed. His runway markings look perfect, and as I can see here it says R. I wonder if that means he's going to make another runway on the other side later. This other terminal looks super detailed, the ATC tower super detailed, and also these remote stands super detailed. There's so much about this airport that I can't talk about at all because it's so well detailed. Some tips I'll give about your airport are maybe adding a mesh fence right here against it, which will make your airport stand out really well and make it super realistic. You can also add some more ground crew services, even though I think all the cars in the runway are ground crew services. Just make sure you're adding some to your model airport. Anyway, this is the best airport I've seen this entire episode. Let's move on to the final airport. The final airport I'm reviewing is Kirkland International Airport located in Washington. And this airport is made out of paper terminal, which looks very realistic and detailed. He has tons of GSC that look 3D printed, and I love all the photos he sent in of this Hawaiian 787. He has tons of American carriers, and the modeling grass looks perfect, making his model airport stand out very well. Some tips I'll give to your model airport are making sure that you're outlining your taxi lines, which will make your taxi line stand out very well, although the yellow is very bright and I can see it very well. You can also make sure to add concrete tiles, which will also make your airport make it look super realistic. I'm now noticing the precise detail in these light poles, the precise detail in trying to make these cardboard or paper jetways that are really nice and cost friendly. And finally, the modeling grass looks perfect if I haven't said it before. Overall, I think your airport looks really good. And before this video ends, comment down below your top 3 airports that should progress to a bonus episode that we'll have later. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this first episode, and we'll see you guys in the next Model Airport episode. Peace!